Welcome back. I hope you guys had a great time batch creating content. One thing I wanted to mention, which I don't think everyone paused, created a weeks of content, and then came back here. I hope not. But that when you're batch creating, is that you're truly just doing that. You're creating all of the content at once. It doesn't mean that you're batch editing. That is why week one is content creation, filming, getting all the shots you need, creating that video photo content. And then week two is editing and scheduling. So you don't have to overwhelm yourself. Week one, we are just creating that whole content library. And then week two is where we're going to spend the first part of the week working on editing our content. It's where you will also build up further your B-roll library. You will also be able to see what pieces of content that you could take videos from, maybe another reel you were filming and use that as an educational base where you have text on screen. Maybe you could use it as a background on a B-roll or with a meme up front, whatever is still relevant. That is why we want to create first and then edit second, because you will have so much more content at your fingertips. And once you get those editing juices going, you're going to be able to get 3 or 4 videos done within an hour, hour and a half, especially once you kind of get into the routine of things versus creating, stopping, editing, getting frustrated, forgetting where things are at, getting out of the flow of a voiceover, and then going back to shooting. That's just too much stop and go. Create all of the content your first week, and then your second week, we are going to go back, and that is when we are going to batch edit. So this is the time that if you didn't create the B-rolls last week, that you would first start with just all of your B-roll content. Just start going through your content. See what clips you could use, see what B-roll, see what memes. This is the best way to just get those creative juices flowing. Then we want to go day by day, week by week on our content calendar and edit each piece of content. So you will go up to our content calendar. I'm going to make myself smaller here somehow. There we go. We are going to go to our content calendar and we are going to start with May 4th and we are going to edit that reel entirely. Then we are going to go to the next. And you want to go in order in case you need to stop. At least you are creating the content consistently and you can get it scheduled up to that point. If you need to stop and come back in a few days, you're always working ahead. We don't want to be scattered all over the place. So go row by row. So then you're going through and you're batch creating that content. Now, when you are done with your editing session, I would love it if you were able to get through all of May to where you have everything edited. We are now going to back it up in our Google Drive. So we are going to go to our Google Drive. Remember, mine is labeled 2026, and we are going to go into May because that is when we're scheduling for. Pretend this says May. And you are going to upload the piece of content one by one. Now, when you are uploading it, you either want to name it the date when you are saving it from CapCut or the Edits app, or while you're uploading it, you can change the name and you want to save it as the date. This is just going to save you a step from going back and having to search for all this content. We want to be as organized as possible. It is going to save you time. It is going to save when you build a team time. It's just so important to create those really good habits now. I want to share an example here of what a content folder would look like. Picking Daisies Media, we have all of our content uploaded and then it is labeled the date. So 1, it is in order, but 2, if we were to lose a link or my team needs to come on and find it for that date, they can come in and everything is just organized and where it should be. Now 323 is because it's a carousel post. So it is labeled the date and then it has it in order of exactly where it should go. So do not skip out on this part. Don't just say, oh, it feels so great when I just post and go, or, oh, I'm not good at batch creating content. That is not operating as a business. You will get burnt out. You will have weeks that you get sick. You will have weeks that you are traveling. That is not a sustainable system. And if your number one goal is time freedom, you are not going to set up time freedom operating that way. So spend this time to be as organized as possible. So once you've created your content, you're on your phone still, you're going to go into your Google Drive app, you're going to go to the month that we're in, and one by one, upload the content. Now we have our content folder that is full of all of our content. It is labeled by the date. We are going to work on getting it scheduled in now. So you could do this of 1 of 2 ways. Because you're not working with the team right now, I'm going to say to skip the way that I'm going to show right now and just head straight to Meta. But if you are working with a team, what you would do is you would go back to your calendar, and in each of these, you would put the link to the video and you would write the caption. So you can go through, oops, let me move my video. You can go through, you'll go to share, copy link, paste the link here, write the caption, and then save it. So then that way your team can come in, they can download the video, paste the caption, everything's good to go. Skip this step before you have a team. Right now, we're going to use our content calendar as just a bird's eye overview of everything that you have going. You can color coordinate this as well. So you can put green when it's done, red if it still needs to be filmed. You are going to build the system that works best for you, but just make sure to have a system in place. Okay, so we're going to skip that step where you're going to put it onto the Google Calendar, and instead you're just going to go straight to Meta. So have your calendar up so you know what date to schedule it, but you are now going to go to your Meta business